The Moment community also includes an array of brilliant journalists and literary contributors. Tonight, we are honoring one of them, Cynthia Ozick. She is receiving Moment Magazine's 2022 Mitchel and Gloria Levitas Literary Journalism Award. It's named for the late Mike Levitas of New York Times fame and his wife Gloria, an anthropologist, a writer, and a dear friend.
If I had Cynthia Ozick's mastery of language, I might find words adequate to describe her. Audacious, brilliant, imaginative, a maverick American Jewish writer, but none of these are really adequate. So I'll make this simple. Cynthia afforded Mike and me, secular Jews, understanding of a Jewish world we never knew. And equally important, she gave us hours and hours of exquisite reading pleasure. Congratulations, Cynthia. You deserve this award more than you know.
Thank you, Gloria. Cynthia has asked another remarkable literary voice of our time, Dara Horn, to read her remarks.
Congratulations to Moment on its 2022 Gala. Moment is one of my favorite magazines. I'm continuously impressed with the wide-ranging conversations found in its pages, conversations about topics so important to our community. And congratulations to my dear friend, Cynthia Ozick, for winning Moment's 2022 Gloria and Mitchel Levitas Literary Journalism Award. Cynthia Ozick is the only author to whom I've ever written a fan letter. Her fiction set the standard for Jewish literature in English, and she also is one of the greatest writers of the past 50 years on any subject. She honored me then with a brief reply, and I have treasured our correspondence since then. Her language is enrapturing, but what's most important about her work are the ideas that her work not only contains, but shapes and generates. To use her unimprovable words, ideas are emotions, and emotions are ideas. And this is what we mean when we speak of the insights of art. It is an honor to be here tonight in her stead to read her words. Mike Levitas, whose life and achievements we celebrate today, was born into a legacy that became a destiny. His father, Saul Levitas, was the founder and editor of The New Leader, an influential liberal magazine that came into the world in 1924. Mike did the same in 1929, and imbibed the wider ideals of journalism with, so to speak, his father's milk. His 37 years at the New York Times embraced everything that human society is made of: politics and culture, ideas, and the royal of Time's kaleidoscopic events. As a leading editor, he presided over the op-ed page, the weekend edition, the Times Magazine, and every aspect and perspective that defines what it means to be alive in one's generation. In 1983, he landed at the Book Review. Mike arrived as the indefatigable journalist he was, which is to say, as an archivist, a detective, a historian, an investigator of texture and tone. He sought out writers for past impressions, themes, images, even gossip. He wanted to know what the Book Review had been, so that he could discover what it might be. I was among those he consulted. Enchanted, I gave him an aging page of the Book Review that I had preserved since 1947, when I was a student in freshman composition at NYU and a fevered disciple of Thomas Wolfe. It featured a literary column that had prevailed in those earlier years, a weekly mini-anthology of passages excerpted from classical sources. Why not an entire month of enlightenment? This was how 3 new columns came to be added. The writers were Marilyn Robinson, the novelist and essayist, Dennis Donahue, the Irish critic, and I. The first week passed, and there we 3 were, anointed by the Book Review. The second week passed, and we were still there. My contribution was on modernism and postmodernism. The third week loomed, and a letter arrived from Mike Levitas. All 3 newcomers were fired. There was no explanation, but the reason was self-evident. Too dense, too cerebral, too static, not lively or popular enough. Duds. Mike went on to edit other sections. But then came retirement. Where, after retirement, might he find his new home? And to speculate further, could this fertile period of immersion in the book review have been a signal and a summons from the muses? After all, he was led more and more to the overridingly literary. His final position at the Times was as a book publisher. Even so, it came as a surprise when I learned that he had also had a signal and a summons from Mount Sinai. And he was now the literary editor of Moment, a magazine devoted to Jewish ideas, tradition, history, mores, morals, and overall culture. It was a revelation I had not expected from the secular credo of the journalist. Anthropologists, too, have a similar credo. Religious thought is what you study as an outsider, not what you adhere to or personally lean toward. Yet Gloria Levitas, anthropologist and writer, is herself a prolific contributor to the pages of Moment, where her observations shine. Together they are the creators of the Mitchel and Gloria Levitas Award for Literary Journalism, an honor and a privilege and a joy that has fallen on my heart like manna. To Gloria and her family, and to Moment's editor-in-chief Nadine Epstein, my profound thanks.